Hi guys, it is evening. It's not nighttime, it's just evening. It's late afternoon, if you want to say that. My tummy, which broke yesterday, keep on bothering me. And on top of that, I've gotten a sore throat, a very stuffed nose, and a fever. So I got a cold. I got a really bad cold. It's not fun. But I stayed home today because I don't feel good at all. Even though I have all of these medications in me, I'm just not feeling it at all. But I have been cross-stitching. I've spent most of the day actually in the sofa cross-stitching because I've been so freaking tired. I did take a little while off and do another grime guard. I'm getting back into that, kind of measuring it out, figuring out how I wanted it to be. So this is one of the smaller ones. This is for when you don't have that much fabric also, because it's not as wide as my other. And then I have my cross stitch. I started this yesterday, so it's gone pretty fast. It's my hand-dyed linen, hand-dyed even weave. It's one of those sparkly ones I showed you yesterday. Doesn't want to there. A little bit of sparkle, you see. It's a lot of sparkle in it, but the camera just don't want to pick it up. I'm gonna see if I do it this way, maybe you can see it better. Well, it's light blue and it sparkles and it's adorable. And it's let's see, I'm gonna show you without the pattern. It is this design. It's from the latest Cross-Stitch Crazy magazine. So you got, this was the free kit, so it was a huge free kit. And you got the pattern, you got all the threads. I ran out of my $37.99, so the grey outline. So I would be careful with that, or make sure that you have something equivalent. It did have the threads in DMC, Anchor and Madeira. So you would probably find an equivalent to that, because I ran out of mine. I only got 2 length, and I don't know how many length it was supposed to be. But anyway, I'm gonna put it into this little red frame. And then I have my first cross-stitch thing. And you see, I have actually gridded it. I did grid it last night. So this took me about 6 hours to stitch. Went really fast. I really like it. I did have, however, even though I have a fever and the sniffles and everything, I needed to run through the grocery store to get some milk and cheese and stuff, because and some yogurt, because yogurt has good bacteria which are good for your tummy and therefore can make you feel better. So yeah, I went and got that, and while I went and got that, I picked up a little package of mine. I had a Simon Says stamp order that came in, so now I have a whole bunch of new Christmas pattern papers, which I got. I got a whole bunch of new Lawn Fawn Christmas stamps, together with some my favorite things, 2 of their sentiment stamps, and also one of the Mama Elephant's really cute reindeers. So yeah, I got a whole bunch of fun things to play with. So that is something that is going to happen on my channel later on. It was fun picking up. I got a whole bunch of colored dyes. I bought the black and the walnut color of Lawn Fawn dye, because not dye for fabric, stamp dye, ink pads, that's the word. I think I have a cold. Ink pads, and I bought them a month or 2 months ago, and because people say that they stamp so clear, they do beautiful stamps, and I tried them out, and that walnut is so good at stamping. I tried the black one and I tried the walnut one, and they are both very good, but you get full filled stamps, perfect stamped, and they're filled out. What I feel with both Simon Says Stamps inks and with the Hero Arts inks is that when you do full stamps, first of all, when you stamp them the first time, it takes a little while until they kind of even out, but they have a tendency to have sort of a dusky, not fully sharp edges on the stamps afterwards. This does. Really like them. So I bought a couple of colored ones because I really wanted to play with color ones, and I got some stamps that have full stamps, so I can do like green trees and red and white candy canes, stuff like that. Very good for Christmas. So I thought that would be a good investment right now in November, so I can make Christmas cards like to December or something, throughout December also, and then when it start coming towards like January, February, I can invest in some more of the colors, because they have a lot of colors and I don't have the funds to put that much money into crafts right now. And that is like an ongoing thing. I'm trying to I hope that my channel will grow, and with it growing I would be able to afford to buy more stuff. That's one of the kind of ideas behind my channel, is to see if I can get my hobbies to be pay for themselves, sort of. That's a little bit with my dyeing and everything. But I started to make grime guards, and I have a whole bunch of cotton fabrics for grime guards that I have bought. So I think I'm gonna see if I can sew some up. I don't know the sizes. Like, I myself prefer to use my 8-inch. This is my 6-inch, and the reason why I've used that is because this image is so small that the fabric wouldn't fit in my 8-inch, and also I want to have my wreath in my 8-inch, but otherwise I love having my 6-inch. That is my kitty. He does that. He thinks that scraping on the toilet seat instead in the sandbox, the sand will automatically cover the box. I think he has something wrong in his head, understanding that wrong, that we flush, and then he thinks that if he scrapes on the toilet that will happen with the box too. I don't know, but it does. So that is a constant sound in our house every time he went to the toilet. And as you heard, he also tells us that I'm ready, I've been to the toilet now, with his meowing. So yeah. But that became a very long first clip. But yeah, I am going to rest for the rest of the day. I have been resting all day. Cross stitching is very much resting. I'm sitting here in the sofa with my foot's up because I'm sitting on the chaiselong part of the sofa. So I'm sitting with my legs up, I have a blanket, I have my coffee, and I have my cross stitching. But I'll see if I do some ironing on this piece together with some backing so that I can put it into this piece. But yeah, that is my plan for today. Just resting. But I hope you have an awesome day. Well guys, this is how it ended up. It's those cute little penguins, and then I have sewn this on to the back side of it, so it's just a piece of cotton fabric that I dyed at the same time as I dyed the fabric in the frame. So cotton fabric, and then we have this, and I have to see if I can do the tension a little bit, and then you just put a ribbon around this and you hang it like that. Da, 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 da. So it's done. Well guys, I have taken the evening very calm and slow and wonderful and just resting. So I have been knitting. The thing is, last winter in December, if you saw my vlog, I was on vacation in United States, traveling with the car with Christopher and his parents and stuff. Christopher wanted a very specific Christmas hat when we were there, and he never found the perfect one. He found a lot of different ones. I think he bought 4 or 5 of them, and he was wearing them around the place. I think he had a pink one a while. So we ran around with our little hats and stuff. But I ended up knitting him one when we were there. And he felt that it was a little bit too small for him. It has a little bit too little of this white border, and was a little bit too tight at its head. So it kind of wanted to go up a little bit. So he wanted me to knit another one. And we went and bought materials for it when we were there, and I started it like 4 or 5 times, I think, because I get the wrong size and stuff like that, and then I just didn't finish it. Did other things. I think we actually came home to Sweden, and I promised him that I would knit one up until December this year. So it's now a week into November, so I decided that I had to, or Christopher have been kind of telling me at least once a month, hey, you were supposed to knit me a hat. So I felt that I had a little, now when I finished my little penguins, which means I'd done 100 stitches, even though I didn't do it on Wrath. As long as I do 100 stitches per week on Wrath, I'm following the challenge. So I'm taking a teeny tiny break from Wrath, and I'm knitting Christopher's hat. Now I packed it together and put it into the cupboard before I started video recording, because my kitties love yarn, so I can't have yarn out and about. So I will show you when I got a little bit more, but I have back this much of the brim of the hat. So I'm going from the brim and knitting upwards, and at the end we're gonna have some sort of white ball hanging around here somewhere for him. So we'll see how it turn out. I want to have it quite long. I like them long. I have this perfect Santa hat. I don't know if my mother still has it. I know that she borrowed it. She borrowed both my witch's hat, my perfect witch's hat, and my perfect Santa hat to have when they owned a sewing store, and I don't think I've gotten neither back. So I'm gonna call her and see, because I had an awesome witch's hat with this huge brim and stuff. I like hats. I usually just wear my slouchy hat, which the perfect one. I had a couple of ones that have been my perfect one. I lost one at the Sweden Rock Festival, that not the festival, but they have like a 24-hour cruise to Finland and back. So I were there listening to rock music for 24 hours, and I lost my first perfect hat there. The second one I actually lost on the airport into LA. So on the airport, when we went through like customs in LA, I put my hat down, and when I got out there, I didn't have it with me, which made me very, very sad, because it was one of my perfect. And then I bought a new one, which is my next perfect one. I think I got it in San Francisco, so that is the one I have now. I hope I didn't lose that, because it's a perfect one. Yeah. I'm going to head to bed, so good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Bye!